Today, we delve into a significant and unexpected development in the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine, a conflict that has irreversibly shaped the geopolitical landscape. Russian President Vladimir Putin's announcement of a temporary Easter ceasefire in Ukraine marks a rare, albeit brief, hiatus in a war that continues to devastate Eastern Europe. This ceasefire, which halts military actions from 6 p.m. Moscow time on Saturday until midnight after Easter Sunday, presents a moment of profound importance, both for its immediate impact and its broader implications. The timing of this ceasefire is particularly noteworthy. It coincides with Orthodox Easter, a period traditionally observed with restraint in various conflicts. Historically, religious holidays have served as powerful symbols, sometimes offering fleeting moments of peace amidst war. Yet the current state of affairs in Ukraine makes this announcement all the more surprising. For over 3 years, the region has been embroiled in relentless hostilities, with Russian forces recently intensifying assaults around strategic locations such as Donetsk and Kharkiv. Ukraine, on the other hand, faces significant challenges, grappling with ammunition shortages and delayed Western aid. The ceasefire's announcement caught many off guard, including Ukrainian forces and international observers. This pause in combat operations, albeit temporary, offers a potential respite for civilians who have endured relentless bombardments and the destruction of infrastructure. The human dimension of this ceasefire cannot be overstated. With millions displaced and global food supplies strained by disruptions in the Black Sea region, any relief, no matter how brief, is a welcome respite. However, the ceasefire excludes provisions for humanitarian corridors or prisoner exchanges, limiting its scope to a mere suspension of hostilities. Historically, similar ceasefires during religious holidays have been observed, but their success has been mixed. They often highlight the symbolic weight of such occasions within military strategy, particularly for Russia. These pauses have provided moments of calm in the past, but have rarely led to lasting peace. In this instance, while Ukrainian officials have yet to confirm their adherence to the ceasefire, there are tentative reports of a de-escalation in shelling, at least as the period begins. Yet, there remains a pervasive skepticism among Ukrainian authorities due to a history of unfulfilled Russian promises. This ceasefire surfaces at a critical juncture in the war, underscoring the broader context of a grinding war of attrition. Russia continues to maintain territorial gains through superior manpower and artillery, while Ukraine relies heavily on precision strikes and international support to counter these advances. The timing of this pause, just as spring thaws enable major offensives, is strategically poignant. It allows both sides to potentially regroup and recalibrate their military strategies. The implications of this ceasefire could extend beyond the immediate context of the conflict. Internationally, it might pressure Western leaders to accelerate aid packages or resurrect stalled peace talks, although Kiev has consistently rejected any negotiations without the complete withdrawal of Russian forces. A successful observance of this ceasefire could embolden calls for more structured truces, potentially easing some economic pressures, such as elevated energy prices, that have reverberated worldwide due to the conflict. For Europe, this temporary cessation of hostilities offers a momentary breather from the ongoing challenges of refugee inflows and increased defense spending. It also tests the unity and resolve of alliances such as NATO, which have been navigating complex hybrid threats throughout the conflict. However, the ceasefire's fragility cannot be ignored. Should it dissolve into renewed violence, it would risk portraying Putin as insincere and might further harden Ukrainian resolve, complicating future negotiations. Looking at the broader picture, this temporary pause highlights the intractability of the war. Tactical halts, while notable, rarely translate into lasting peace without addressing core issues such as the sovereignty of Crimea and Donbass. The ceasefire may signal internal calculations within the Kremlin, as it balances maintaining military momentum with addressing public sentiment ahead of Russia's own political cycles. For the international community, the coming days will be telling. They will reveal whether this Easter gesture evolves into a framework for further de-escalation or dissolves into a continuation of hostilities, shaping the narratives around the viability of negotiations. Ultimately, the story of this ceasefire is one of fragility and potential. It underscores the ongoing challenges in seeking peace in a conflict that continues to redefine global security and alliances. As we continue to monitor the situation, it is crucial to remain attentive to the developments on the ground and the diplomatic maneuvers that follow. This moment, while temporary, holds the potential to influence the trajectory of the conflict and the international community's response. Whether it leads to a more sustained peace or is simply a brief pause in an otherwise relentless war remains to be seen. Regardless, it serves as a pivotal, albeit precarious, chapter in the complex narrative of the Russia-Ukraine conflict.